Do you guys have some concrete in your houses that you would like to replace all on your own? Well, stick with us all the way to the end of this video and we'll show you just how to rip, remove, and replace it entirely in your own. And bonus points, we're going to show you how to round the corners and flare it out at the edges. Now, this is an 8-inch thick sidewalks, so we recommend, since you probably don't own a jackhammer, renting one. You can rent it for about $100 and demoing the entirety, the 8 inches of concrete out and remove it. We put it in a dumpster. You can get a dumpster for about $400. Now you're going to run and remove all of the debris in its entirety. You're going to want to get a delivery of 3/4 clean stone. You can go to your local nursery, stone place, what have you, to get this delivered. Delivery, if you get it from the same town, should be pretty cheap. Now you mark out the sidewalk as you want it with spray paint so the homeowner or so your wife can see it if you're the man doing it for her. Then you want to heavily compact absolutely everywhere once you get approval. Then that stone that we had delivered, you're going to shovel in by the wheelbarrow and you're going to go and you're going to dump it. We want 4 inches of stone absolutely everywhere. Why? Because we had 8 inches of concrete, so we want 4 inches of stone and we're going to do 5 inches of concrete back. Now we're going to rake it entirely. We're going to compact in 4-inch lifts. So once we're going to entirely spread, we're going to spread it mostly level and we're going to take our compactor, we're going to compact it in its entirety. We're going to put a string line and make sure that from the point of the finished concrete down, we have at least 4 inches before we start compacting. Then when we compact, we're going to bring it down so it'll be even more. We'll get us to our 5 inches of concrete. We compact absolutely everywhere. We hit it with some water. We let it sit. We do our forms. On the inside corners and the outside corners of our forms, we just put a piece of Lawan and we bend it around and that gives us our nice rounded edge on the inside of the 90. Now we're going to put our pins to hold everything in place. We're going to flare out the ends with some more Lawan plywood that we cut into 4-inch strips. Next, we're going to get some sheets of wire mesh. We're going to be cutting it down to size using wire cutters so that it fits entirely in grid form into the sidewalk on top of that 3/4 clean. Next, you can get a small concrete company. We prefer short load. They do nice small loads up to 4 yards, which works out perfectly for us. We're pouring the concrete. We're lifting that said wire mesh up so it's 1/3 of the way into the concrete. We're pouring, leveling, and screeding. There's pitch on this sidewalk so it runs water both away from the home and to the driveway. When ordering the concrete, order 4,500 PSI concrete that is fiber mesh reinforced. Then you take your bull float and you go around the entirety and you bull float it. Then you take your magnesium float. You knock down all the humps, bumps, and lumps as you're going. You're going to want this to get perfectly flat so you can get it with your finish. You're going to want a rough finish on this. Why do you want a rough finish? Because it's got to be anti-slip, got to have traction, so when it's wet, it will not be slippery when wet. You put a rough edge on it as well, a picture frame edge. Now we're cutting in our control joints, our blind joints, what have you. This is done with a split edge joiner and we will be going back and we'll be cutting through those. I'll demonstrate that in the end of the video after we do the entirety of the brooming. Now we're doing the brooming process. Once it's broomed, we step back, we picture frame it with our edging and our control joints going in between every 4 foot. Then we put our edge on all the way around. It's very simple to do, and this gives it the most clean, pristine look. It's going to match the slab up above. Now that it's done, it's a very hot day. We're going to go back and we're going to oil water. We're going to water on the shower setting every hour until the sun goes down. It'll then hold the moisture overnight. We come back the following day. We strip the forms. You can see the concrete turns white strictly overnight. Now we're going to go back. We're going to cut all those control joints. You can rent a 14-inch concrete cutoff saw and do this yourself. You can rent it for around $100 if you don't already own your own. We're going to cut 33% down into the joint. So only 1/3 of the way through the concrete, we're making our cut. We take our hose, we clean out the entirety of the cut and the sidewalk. And when you do this, it looks completely clean and pristine like it's meant to be through the joint line. You can't even tell that it has been cut. So it makes the concrete completely flow. It's not unsightly. It is a nice, crisp, clean look and makes everything continue to flow onwards and upwards. And here is our completed look. Thank you for everyone who followed along and watches. Any questions, don't hesitate to comment or message. Thank you.